man. Should I just intro it, you think?
Well, I'm not going to stop.
All right. We're not stopping, and we're going, and we're rolling. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to episode 91 of Bromingo. The phone number is 512-766-4646. You can call or text that number to participate in the show. Give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, send it to a friend, leave a comment. There's also all this sorts of stuff that you can do to help out the show a little bit and participate. The VIPs this week are Stephen Ferreira, Bill Sr., Blake Made Mike Quit, Sean the Don, and Big Daddy Pelly. Big shouts out to you. If you want to be in the VIP group, if you guys want to be in the VIP section, you can hit the link in the description of this video, or if you're listening on Spotify, it will be in the description of the podcast episode. It's on our Anchor page, guys, or Spotify for podcasters, it's now called. How about that? I tried the Grimace shake today, Nate.
And you survived.
Well, to this point, as of right now, I am still alive. I did vomit it up.
You did?
I shit twice after I drank it.
Oh, so that's all real.
Well, I think there's some truth to it, man. I feel like that whole trend of dying after you drink it, I feel like it started because it kills your stomach, you know? Billy's in the group chat right now. Let me back in. Oh, he's here. No, he's not. No, he's not. Guys, Grimace shake. It's vanilla, it's berry, a little bit not excellent, but hey, you know what? It's good if you can handle a little bit of intestinal distress. Really, really not bad at all. McDonald's fries, no one's here to argue with me right now. They're super overrated. Okay? Every single time I get them, they disappoint me. Every single time, man. And there's never enough salt. I got extra salt on them last time. Did not do it. They didn't do it. And I feel like it was out of spite. I feel like it's out of spite because the people are like, I work at McDonald's, and you're out here making special requests like you're at Ruth Chris Steakhouse right now.
Where?
Ruth Chris Steakhouse.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, fuck this guy. It's 12:30 at night. I'm not doing this. They're getting the fries that I have, and I'm not putting extra salt on them. But you know what? Maybe throw me a packet, Can you let Billy in? He's here now. All right, guys. Here he comes, the big man, my co-host. I'm Blake Krakowski, and we are joined today by my lovely co-host, beautiful Billy Broder. Drum roll. I hear him, but I don't see him. Drum rolling, continuing. Guys, Grimace shake at McDonald's, okay? It's all right. It's all right. It's going to make you have diarrhea, okay?
What's the flavor?
It's like berry and vanilla for sure. It's okay. It's okay. The color is the best part. It's a really nice color. I've been seeing a lot of those creative videos online when people are getting, they're getting sick. They're throwing them up. They're tied up in the back of a car after they drink it. It's great. I'm a big fan. Billy!
You started without me?
Yeah, I mean, we just started rolling. Nate said, I'm not stopping. So I said, fuck it, here we go. A lot of it will get cut, I'm sure.
Something weird happened, and I just fucking couldn't.
Do you sense a strange energy?
I swear everything just stopped working all at once on my tech side. Like, you remember it was like we took forever for me to get my computer turned on?
Yep.
And then as soon as it was like, actually, let's start, my laptop stopped working. It logged me out of Zoom. I had to agree to the Zoom terms of services again. I honestly I legitimately just had to go through the whole fucking click through the contract fucking bullshit. And then it still wouldn't work. And now I'm trying to get everything to load up on my desktop because that's the only thing working.
Wait, you didn't read them?
No, I didn't read them.
Dude,
I was
you're
about to
fucked.
say. I was about to say.
You're
What the
fucked.
fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, no, you're screwed, dude. Never accept those. Never accept those.
Okay, and we're rolling.
Here we are. We made it. Episode 91, dude. Can you believe it?
Am I actually rolling? Yes, I am. I am rolling for real. I am recording my own audio. I have a camera pointed at my face. I'm sitting in a chair. I've got my work hat on still.
Wait, what does this say? Tom and Tom's Black.
This is the hat I wear for work. So
that's part of your work uniform.
This is part of my work uniform. I wear this and an apron.
Okay,
and that's
see,
it.
So I thought, okay, so I thought you worked at a coffee shop, but the outfit you're telling me sounds like a human rights violation. Honestly,
No.
it sounds like too much to ask from an employee.
Yeah, you want to know the funniest part?
What?
Nobody else wears the hat. Just me.
It's just you. You're the only one who does the full
Day
uniform.
one, they gave us the hats, and I was like, oh, fuck yeah. A good reason to wear a fedora all the time. This is sick. And then day two, I showed up. Nobody's wearing the hat. I'm the only one. So I rocked the hat.
What do you think a fedora says to someone? First impression, you meet someone with a fedora. What does the fedora add to your first impression of them? you think?
Incel, doesn't shower, dirty bitch, stupid fuck, stupid dumb nuthead. This guy knows everything there is to know about Dragon Ball Z. This guy watched wrestling last night and it wasn't even a major show. I don't know. What else does it say? I guess it says there's a 50-year-old man.
Right, in a 20-year-old's body.
Yeah, most fedoras I see are either actually old men or old men who haven't gotten there yet.
Right, dude. Yeah, no, it's exactly what I was thinking. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to be the one to say it. You're the one who has it on.
Oh, I've always been an old soul.
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I've always been an old soul.
You rock a glasses chain like all the time.
I do.
You have for
I've
years.
been wearing a glasses
years and years.
chain
Probably
for
10
like-
years.
Probably a legitimate 7 years. Yeah.
Once they're tenured in, they don't go.
And I've been wearing them for long enough that it was fucking insane when I started, and people thought I was kind of kooky for it. And
Yeah.
then we went through a period of time where they got semi-underground popular, and you'd see like models wearing them and stuff. And now we're kind of back to that period of time where people they kind of double take at them and are like, what the fuck?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's for like 50-plus-year-olds who own a boat.
Yeah. Well, I'm also in a book club, and I told the girl that I work with that the other day, and she was like, aren't those for old ladies?
Yes.
And I was
Yeah.
like, I mistakenly said, nah, it's a bunch of studs in there.
Right.
And instead of laughing, this is the girl I've mentioned to you before where I'm the sort of guy, it's like, I'm cracking wise. You know what I mean? I like
And
jokes.
you always say the wrong stuff around her.
I like bits. I like jokes. It's like, I like to try and make people laugh. And she's
Yeah.
a stone cold customer, man. She does not laugh easy at all. So I guess she's a stone cold customer would be someone at the creamery. I've never said that phrase before or heard that phrase. I
Wait,
don't know.
I'm very. Nick, you're just throwing me for a loop right now. You're saying stone cold customer from the creamery, but you're not talking about Stone Cold Creamery.
No, I'm talking about. I meant to say that she doesn't laugh. I meant to say she doesn't like to laugh at me.
She doesn't roll ice cream. She doesn't roll ice cream and sing songs.
We do roll ice cream. We do roll ice cream at my job.
What?
Yeah,
oh
we
my
do.
god, dude. I have even more questions. Where do you work,
Well,
Billy?
What did Nate guess that I was based on my hat? What job did he guess? What did he say?
No, I thought you were a private investigator.
Yeah, for Tom and Tom's Black, the PI firm. It sounds like it.
I'm convinced, dude. If you told me that right away, I would have believed you.
No, Tom and Tom's is a chain of coffee shops that was popularized in Korea and now is a franchise globally.
Gotcha. And you do still live in Koreatown, no?
I live and work in Koreatown, yeah.
Nice.
My boss, the owner of the company is Korean. My boss, he also works there in the kitchen, which I find cool. He's a good boss. He's one of the better bosses I've had.
Yeah. When I worked at the restaurant, my boss cooked on Sunday mornings, so the other cooks could have the day off.
Yeah, that's
and
nice.
he did it, and he could keep up, and like it was cool. It was like, yeah, you're a boss, but you're one of us too. He was a real good guy.
Yeah, I like that. I like when bosses are a little more hands-on. Like my first job ever, our manager was he was the son of the owner, and I think it would have been really easy for him to do even less than he did. You know what I mean? Even he did a lot. Like I remember so many days. This was Duncan. I don't know why I didn't just say it, but I remember so many days when he was like working the fucking sandwich station with me, and like he was the one doing all the work. You know what I mean? Like where I was still brand new, and like I was just kind of on B team for that, and he was like really doling out the work. I remember him saying something pretty crazy about Muslims one time. Oh my God. One of the funniest things I've ever seen. One of the funniest things I've ever seen is a customer called the manager and the boss. He was like both. He was the manager of the store, but he basically ran the whole thing since his dad was a retired, franchisee. He didn't do anything. He didn't even live in the state. So this guy ran the whole place. He was working one day, and the customer didn't realize he was talking to like practically the owner, and he called him a slur, which in other countries is used for cigarettes.
Right.
And my boss, instead of like taking it, on the chin and just telling the guy, "You're not welcome here, get out," my boss leapt the counter and chased the guy, hit him a couple times, which blew my mind that he was just punching this guy. Like, I've never seen someone running and just punching someone in the back before. Well, I've seen it once, but at that time, and I remember just like getting such a kick out of it, like it was some sort of Chaplin-esque scene. But in hindsight, fuck that guy. I'm glad. It made me feel good about my boss. I remember that. I remember thinking like, yeah, my boss won't take any shit from you. Like it definitely endeared me to him.
No. If I saw my boss do that, I'd feel the same way. I'd be like, hell yeah. I got his back double now.
Exactly. It's like, okay, I'll work for you. I'll actually work for you. And that's how I feel about my boss now. When I'm like, when it's busy and I run back there and I remember like, oh yeah, the owner and the two owners, because it's him and his wife, are the kitchen staff. So it's like when I go back there and I see that they're doing everything, I'm always like, yeah, I'll work hard.
Right.
If you guys are working hard for your company, I'll work hard. But then alternatively, it's like working hard. There's a cap on that, like there's a limit. It's not like it's not above and beyond work. It's
you're not going to work. You're not going to work $25 an hour hard when you're getting paid $15 an hour.
Right. Exactly. I'll work hard for the job that it is.
Right. Yeah. But also you can't work harder than everyone else, because then you just start getting extra jobs.
Come on down to Tom and Tom's Black, where we kind of work hard.
He has two hats, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit.
There's
amazing.
A smaller hat under my hat.
So, Billy, I'm scrolling through the news today, as I do. I'm very hip guy.
You are extremely tapped in to everything
I'm up to
that's
date.
going on.
Some would say well-read. I mean, I don't know. And I came across this article.
Well-read is a funny word for you, man. That's a funny phrase for a guy who I'm not even confident can read.
Hey, that's why
I honestly think if Nate pulled one of the many unopened books from your bookshelf right now and gave you a page from it, you would make an absolute ass of yourself on this show right now.
Billy, why would I have books if I don't read them?
I guarantee if Nate pulled a book out of the bookshelf, any book he wants, even one of the cooking books, you would fucking... You would
not
stumble
the Snoop Dogg
all
cookbook.
over
We've
that
done
thing.
this.
That's true. I feel like I was just starting to think that. I feel like we've made Blake read on the show before, and it was boring how bad it was.
No, dude, I don't know. I feel like if I just flow, I'm good, dude. But if I start really trying to read, I don't know, man.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair.
The words get mixed up. All right, so I have a DVD copy of Hot Rod.
That's
right
really
here.
close to a book. Good job, Nate.
Really
that's
close.
like almost a book.
Similar size. Andy Samberg stars as Rod Kimball, a stuntman with a fake mustache and a dream, in an outrageous comedy so unpredictable
Fuck
you won't
you,
even
you
know
can't
what hit you.
read.
Rod has never landed a jump without wiping out. His family and friends think
You
he's a joke.
suck,
And to top
Blake.
it off, his stepfather Frank has him as his own personal punching bag. But he is not. But he's not going to let a few minor. Wait, keep heckling me. It was helping me.
No, I'm sorry. I realized.
It was helping me. The second you stopped, I flopped.
realized it was helping you focus, and then I was like, no, he needs to fuck up so people don't think I'm making this up. As soon as I started heckling, I was like, wait, he's tapped in. He's proving me wrong.
I'm not a great reader. Maybe I'm dyslexic. Maybe I should hit WebMD. They could tell me, right?
Yeah, no, but I also think just if we looked at your grades, we might be able to tell you. I think if we
My high
looked
school
back
grades?
at your transcripts.
My transcripts. All right. Well, I graduated high school. I graduated lovely Joseph Case High School.
God bless it.
With a 1.7 GPA.
I don't even know how that happens. You just didn't try freshman year or something, or you just didn't try for 4 years?
I didn't try for 4 years, but that's a C minus. That's a C minus.
That's true. Actually, that's true. A 1.7 is not as bad as it sounds.
It's just mostly unheard of.
Yeah. Well, no, kids graduated. I mean, that was the funny thing about Case is it was hard to fail out of Case.
Well, okay, yeah. So unheard of was a bad way to put it. It's more like less talked about because usually if you're under a 3, you usually just don't bring it up.
You just know your life is not gonna revolve around conversations where GPAs come up.
Me, I'm an open book, or to Nate, a DVD box.
Yeah. To Nate, you're a closed DVD box. Yeah.
Right.
So I will say, I hope you put this headline that I think you're about to read up on the screen because there's something very visually funny about what you sent me. The first thing you sent me, and I think the people watching will want to see what exactly it is. It's just there's something about the face in the picture that they've chosen that is just incredible.
Sure, let's talk about that one first. So the headline of this article is, and I've talked about this with Chris Mills a little bit. Why is Pat Sajak so mad?
And can I read the subtitle because it's really funny?
Yeah, please.
Pat Sajak is one of the richest, longest tenured men on television. Why is he so mad? Oh my God. Oh my God. The author of this article is named Luke Winky.
This keeps getting better and better. This is just amazing.
Luke Winky, who is this guy? He doesn't have a picture on his fucking about page. What a coward. Luke Winky, you coward.
An
Come on the
absolute
pod
coward
and
Luke
show
Winky
us your
is.
face. All right, read the article for the people.
All right, so it's kind of long, so I'm going to try and skip around for the best parts.
Just skim through it.
Okay, the longtime host, 76, was putting contestants into chokeholds and imploring celebrity guests to show off their abs. He tugged on one man's beard, calling him Santa, and later apologized. So he's going a little bit off the rails. And a big point of conversation is that, and I haven't got to this point of the article. I'm just going to bring it up because it's something that I know of and have talked about recently. He was making about $15 million a year doing this job. 15 mil. Vanna White was making about $3 million a year.
Wow, that's nuts.
So obviously Pat is the host, and Vanna White, super important part of the show. Not the host per se, but dude, that's way too little. That's 20%.
That's
She's
crazy.
more than 20%.
Do you remember Bon Appetit? They would do a lot of the cooking recipe
Yes.
videos. I was just talking about this the other day. They had that big mass exodus because all the guys and girls making the videos started talking to one another. And it turned out the white guys, the white chefs, were making like 10 times what any of the minority chefs were making. And so all of them quit. Like the white people were like, this is wrong. They all quit. This was a while back, but maybe a couple years ago. But that's crazy. I don't appreciate Luke Winky saying, because I'm sorry to skip ahead in the article
No, it's fine.
on you, but I don't like the beginning of this third or fourth paragraph because, of course, Sajak is not beloved, or at least not in the. That's just not a good thing to say about someone,
Right?
And it's not true. Pat Sajak is beloved.
Mr. Winky is throwing in a lot of shade here. You know, opinion. There's a lot of opinion in this, it seems. So we should take it with a grain of salt, I guess.
I don't like, and I'm seeing down lower in the article, the reason Sajak has maintained such a curdled persona. He's not curdled. I feel like this is completely. Oh, interesting.
Oh, here we go.
Sajak's Twitter feed is a trove of your typical conservative death cult stuff. Okay, maybe Mr. Winky.
Hold on,
was
keep on
onto
defending him,
something.
Billy. Keep on defending him.
No, maybe Mr. Winky was onto something. I do like, and this seems like a serious. This seems like Winky has put some shade into his article because he has linked. In the phrase conservative death cult stuff, he's imbued a hyperlink. So you click on that and you go to a different Vice article by a man named Mike Pearl. And that article says, that article title is Pat Sajak's crazy right-wing tweets are weirdly admirable. Which,
wait,
I don't...
Hold on. Look at Mike Pearl's photo. He looks like every Vice reporter ever.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. He looks like, what's that guy's name? Hamilton Morris or whatever?
Yeah, he looks so much like him. So much like him.
Yeah, he looks kind of like him. You know what? I didn't mention this, but I found a picture of Luke Winky, and he looks too much like me for us to show it. I didn't appreciate. That's why I stopped making jokes about what he looks like, because I finally found a picture of him pretty much right away, and then I was like, oh, fuck. Okay, wait a second. I'm just reading a couple of them, but some of these tweets that they're citing are pretty funny. I'm not going to pretend like they're not funny. What are you seeing? This is a tweet from all these tweets are from 2014. In case you're not surprised, Pat Sajak, or in case you didn't realize it, Pat Sajak does not tweet anymore. So all the tweets that they're talking about are from 2014, back before everyone knew they could cancel anyone they've ever met. I now believe, which isn't a problem. I think we should cancel more people. I said that like I'm some fucking asshole who's like, cancel culture goes too far. I don't think cancel culture has scraped the surface of how far it can go. Genuinely, I mean that. I now believe global warming alarmists are unpatriotic racists, knowingly misleading for their own ends. Good night. That's funny. I mean, that's just fucking funny. Even though I told him it was settled folklore, my young nephew remains a tooth fairy denier. Those kids today. That one's not that funny. Prediction. No, wait. Sorry. That's not good. To boost career, planning to post, delete, and apologize for an offensive tweet later, blaming hackers or prescription drugs. I mean, that's just prophetic.
That is pretty funny.
That's from March 2014. That's genuinely just a prophetic tweet.
Right, dude. That would do even better today.
I still don't understand the viewpoint that Pat Sajak is not a beloved host. My Bobo loved Pat Sajak, and my Papa loved Vanna White and Pat Sajak, especially Vanna White. But Pat was a big part of the package.
I know. I am aware of the dark side of Pat Sajak lately. Because of Family Guy jokes. They always spoofed him as this crazy motherfucker on the show, and as someone who just was watching Pat Sajak in his older years growing up, I didn't understand what the joke was.
Yeah,
right.
That's interesting. That's fair.
But I know for contextually that he had a pretty wild side for a number of years. I mean, I also read the part about him pulling a guy's beard and asking guys to show their abs and stuff, and he seems unhinged. But you know what? For 6 p.m. television, that's pretty fun. I like it.
That's what I was just going to say. And it's like, I don't want to come across as like a dick here, but you got to spice it up, you know?
Right.
You got to
Steve Harvey.
That's Steve Harvey. And Steve Harvey, we're talking about assholes. Steve Harvey's a fucking cockhead in his personal life.
Dude, I believe that 100%.
And then he's a great host. You know what I mean?
He seems very confident
But
in himself.
it's not mutually exclusive. Like, you can be a good TV host and a good person. It's been proven a million times.
Right, but Steve Harvey has completely changed Family Feud
Yeah.
to be like really edgy. Like
Yeah.
he sets people up to say inappropriate answers. That's like the whole thing now.
Well, now it's not like he fucking writes the questions, but I see what you're saying.
That's true, but
his
with a different
energy,
host,
what he
with a different
brought-
host, that might not go.
Yeah. What he brought to the show is the total cause for the show's hard pivot into
Right.
innuendo.
That stare that he gives after he sets someone up for a dirty answer. They give the dirty answer he was looking for, and he looks at the audience like,
He's great.
like, can you believe he just, dude? It's fantastic. He's like, can
He's
you
so
believe they just said that? But
I
it's like, of
said he
course I
was-
can.
I said he was a cockhead in real life. Really, all it boils down to, what I mean by that, is Steve Harvey is just very publicly one of those guys who argues that men and women cannot be friends. Which I
Yes,
just find,
I'm aware of that opinion of his, which is and he writes books on like
Yeah.
what is it called? What women want or something like that.
It's called like think like a man, walk like a
Yes.
woman, or something like talk like a lady, think like a man, some bullshit like that.
If you have the ego to write a book with a title like that, then it's already like we already know you're kind of a douche.
Yeah,
And he's also been rich for a really long time, and no one survives that.
nobody fucking touches his suit game though.
Dude, that is a fact. I love. There's a clip of him which I fucking love, and he's like, every man needs a black suit, a brown suit, a gray suit,
I
a
love
blue
that
suit.
clip.
I love
where
that
it's
clip.
Like everyone needs every colored suit. That's great.
Because that is my mentality, dude. I want that so bad. Right now, I just have the burgundy. You know, if you know me at all, you've seen the burgundy suit, bro. Because I love it. I love throwing it on.
I've got black and white. Those are the only suits I have.
You have a white suit. I feel like okay. I mean that's in the same vein as burgundy.
Do I need to go put the white suit on?
That would be kind of awesome.
Oh,
Maybe, no, next
okay.
episode. Next episode.
Okay, so we'll try and get people to tune in for the next one, for the white suit episode.
92 guys, the white suit episode.
And I have a silver one now.
Okay? Did you paint a suit or did you get it silver?
We painted it.
Wow, dude,
Actually,
you looked amazing.
the
We
boys
didn't talk about this
painted
yet. We didn't talk about this yet, Billy. I wanted to record with you last night.
Yeah.
Okay. And I got nothing back from you at all.
You
and
hit
then
me up-
randomly, I suddenly receive a live image from you, right? Which I will hopefully be able to export as a video and put right here of you just mouth wide open, like in complete silver. You look like a statue. You look like one of those guys in New York who dances and stays really still with his hat open for change. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
Like you were there it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. He has two motherfucking hats. This man has two goddamn hats on his head.
Billy Two Cap. Yeah, so I was
That's good.
I have a friend, I have 5 friends who are in a band. I actually have way more friends that are in bands, but I have 5 friends in the same band.
In the same band.
And
Wow.
they wanted to add something to the show that they were doing. And they hit me up and I was hanging out at their house and one of them was just like, do you have any ideas of like bits you could do or just like something you could do right before we go on stage that would like just be like memorable and kooky? And I pitched them an idea where I came out as a like end times, like a doomsday prophet in a cloak and preached that the world was ending. But before that, get ready for Kid Smoko. That's the name of their band. And then they seemed like he seemed kind of into that. But then I thought, or I could be a living statue. And then that idea was born, and hence the Silver Man was born. Originally, it was going to be bronze, but obviously in the dark, painting myself bronze might have been a career-ending idea. So
Right. Because you need without a glimmer on you, you kind of just look.
right,
You could have been like, I'm sepia tone man.
yeah, I'm sepia
Right?
man. I'm in olden times. No, but I think silver was better anyway, and I had a bunch of silver hairspray already, like hair dye.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So that ended up being more of the vibe. I will say though, man, it was a ton of fucking fun. I had so much fun. The vibe was good. I walked around like a robot anytime I needed to move. I just walked around really stiff, like before they give the Tin Man his oil. And there was a moment where I danced in the middle of the crowd and everybody cheered on the Robot Man, which was fun. I think my favorite parts were going up behind people, strangers, and I would tap them on the shoulder and then freeze. So they would turn around and the statue would be right behind them, which was a lot of fun. I would do this thing where like I would kind of like fuck with people for a little bit, and then when it ended, I would put my hat out. But I didn't want money. You know what I mean? I just think that's what people do when they are doing the living statue. So it felt like it was funnier to put my hat out and then people not paying kind of like capped it off as the funniest joke that could happen. But then at one point, one guy came up to me and was like, "Yo, can I get a picture?" And I was like, I would just kind of do that. Uh-huh. And then he took his picture and he was like, "Awesome, man." He put his hand out and I loved this. People kept trying to dap me up and I would put my hand out and then just keep it still, which was awesome. But then I put my hat out to him and his friend starts going, "Bro, you got to tip him. You got to tip him. You took a picture. He wants a tip." And I didn't realize, I think, because we nailed the look. Like you said, we nailed it. And it
looked really legit.
I'm not ashamed to brag on that. Like, it looked like a real living statue guy. Because of that, I think most people assumed I know most people assumed because the show ended and people were coming up to me and going, "How long have you been doing this? What made you realize that you're a living statue?" And I was like, I've been doing this for 4 hours. I've been doing this tonight.
Do you think you found your calling?
People keep saying that to me. Fuck no. Fuck no, bro. That shit was a lot of fun, but not because of standing still. The standing still sucked. Mm-hmm. It was fun as a bit, but it was not fun as a sensation to experience for a long time. There was a minor fuck up because the way we planned it, they told me what you're going to do is when we're about to go on, we're going to set up, for our set, and then we'll go backstage and get ready. You go up on stage and just stand there, and then we'll call from the back for you to introduce us. And then you can walk up to the microphone and just start screaming. Right. And so I was up there standing still, and it was totally working. And I didn't like the idea. I didn't like the idea because I felt like I'm going to go on stage, and people are going to get pissed off that the band's not on yet, sort of thing. But the opposite happened. Like, I went on stage and people got into it. And I loved that. It made me really happy. That people started taking pictures. People were laughing. They were taking videos. I was doing the poses. But then someone came up and was like, "Go up to the microphone. I want to take a picture of you on the microphone." And I'm like, excellent idea, immediately in my head. So I walk up to the microphone. I go to grab it. But the tech guy not keyed in on any of the plans. So he turns the music off, turns the lights on. So now people are going to get really pissed.
The pressure is on.
The band is not ready. They're not ready. They kept telling me, just be out there for 10 minutes, which I kept telling them, like, I don't want it. Like, I don't think that's the right amount of time.
I don't want to do that.
Like, I kept having to say, like, I don't think 10 minutes is the right amount of time. I kept saying it. And then once I'm up there, the lights are on, and everybody's dead silent staring at me. I just take the microphone and turn it around to the crowd. Because I'm not ready. But then the band was ready a lot faster than I think they expected. So then they called out, introduced us. I went from the silent statue all night to going, "Get up! Get the fuck up! Everybody! It's fucking time!" Which was fun. It was a fun pivot. I think the crowd got pretty hyped. And more importantly, the band was excellent. And I genuinely mean that. Not just as their friend. They had one of their better sets I've
Dude, yeah,
seen.
I love Kid Smoko. Like for real. Not just because I know them and Matt's a cool kid and I like Matt, but like they are really, really sick.
And it's interesting because their shows now, they play all unreleased music and Tommy Boy because everybody wants to fucking listen to that song, you know. But
Right.
it's so funny because like you hear about people who make music who immediately hate like whatever they make. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But then when you watch people you know act that way, it's so funny. And when you experience that yourself, not with music, but I've made plenty of anything, you know, pieces of art, the movie I've been working on, comedy
50,
stuff.
50 of the episodes of this podcast.
Yeah, most of this podcast, and then you just think it's utter garbage that's not worth a damn. But no, I'm really proud of this show. But
Me too, dude. 92 episodes.
welcome to 90. Welcome to 90. Welcome to Windy 2, everybody.
And we are the Nelk Boys.
And welcome to Nelk Boys. I'm Peter Nelk.
I'm the other Nelk.
This is the other Nelk. We're here to. I was going to say something inappropriate. Never mind. I was trying to think of what the Nelk Boys would say, and then my mind went to dark, dark places.
Right,
But,
dude. I don't know what that podcast is about. I don't know who those guys are. I'm familiar with them.
If we wanted to do Nelk Boys stuff, I have a bottle of soju. I'll go and drink the entire thing, and we can do the second episode from the ambulance.
So I saw they had Trump on one
Yeah.
of their episodes.
Yeah.
Dude, and they ask him like, "So you've been like DJing?" And Trump's like, "Yeah, I DJ." Right? And then they're like, "What do you play to like get the crowd going?" And he goes, "Well, you know it's funny. You know what? You might not believe this. The YMCA."
You might not believe this. You might think it's funny. It's a funny song. It's a good song. You might like this song. You've heard it. It's the one with the hands, the YMCA. My Trump fell apart. Sorry, but
It started good.
It started good. No, honestly, it started better than I usually get, and then it became what it almost always is. But
Right.
yeah, Silverman was born. The Nelk Boys are scum of the earth.
Yeah, fuck
Pat
him.
Sajak is a
Watch this show.
monster. He's a monster of rage who hates life. I fuck Luke Winky. There, I said it. Fuck
Yeah?
Mr.
Wow.
Winky. Fuck him. Fuck
Dude,
him.
I
I've got
think-
beef.
I think I'm with you,
I've got
man.
fucking beef with Luke Winky. Okay.
Just because Pat wants to let loose a little time, maybe he wants to have a couple of beers, send out a couple of wild
Pat,
tweets. Dude,
Pat.
you know what? It happens. It happens.
Have a drink. Come on our pod. If this is me, I'm not saying this as a bit or a joke. I
Yes.
genuinely think
Very serious.
As part of his retirement, Pat Sajak should come on shows like this. He can come here. I know he lives in LA. He can tug on my beard as much as he wants. He can call me Big Fat Santa Claus. He can call me all the names he wants. He can make fun of me. I don't care. If he wants to come on, there's a spot for him. He can host. He can take my spot. I'll stand behind him, and he can have the headphones.
Absolutely. Well, dude, he'll probably write a book after all this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he'll go on a press tour for the book. And because he's like radioactive, right? Because of his 2014 tweets, his options are going to be limited. He'll be able to go on the Nelk Boys. He'll be able to go on the Joe Rogan podcast. But where's he supposed to go for the people who aren't bigoted? Here,
I know.
Bromingo. We let everyone be heard here, whether you're right or wrong. You can come on and you can spew your nonsense. We won't even check you. We won't even check you.
That's facts. That's facts. We never check. We never check anyone.
No, it's never happened.
It's not happened once. I can't think of one time. But I will say, this was a great Pride this year, don't you think?
I went to some Pride events. It was fantastic. Yeah.
Excellent. I thought we had a good year this year, the Pride community. I've never been to a Pride, like a Pride proper, like the parade. I've never been, but I would like to go at some point. It would be a good time.
I mean, in June, anywhere you go in Providence, you're in it.
Yeah,
that's kind of
facts.
That's kind of how it goes. So, I went to some events. I went to a show that was like Pride oriented. I was in the city the day of the parade, but it was like rainy, so I didn't actually attend. But the streets were alive with Pride.
It's awesome. It feels good, and you know why?
It's a good energy. Yeah.
You know why I'm saying it is because this year we finally hit a balance where all of the corporations milking Pride for money is less of what people are talking about. And so now we're actually in a period where like corporations can make their money because that's what they're going to do anyway, and
Right.
people have assimilated to that into a more comfortable state where they can just also be prideful, feel represented, enjoy themselves. Like even just last year's Pride was the year where DoorDash was doing like the bottoms menus and shit. That was too much. That was too much. I did
That
not
sounds like
think-
too much. Yeah.
I did not think that was appropriate. And
And
I
Skittles took away the color.
yeah, Skittles eliminated the rainbow.
Became gray. Yeah.
yeah.
Skittles went gray for gays.
Gray for Gays is a good one.
That doesn't have a great ring to it. It's probably why they didn't use it.
Yeah, they probably pitched it though. I guarantee.
It definitely got pitched. It definitely was in the room.
Yeah.
So someone said it, and they were like, it's a backup. That's a backup." No,
Yeah.
what they actually went with was only one rainbow matters during Pride. That's what they went with.
Yeah, which is ass. Nobody liked that.
It's actually worse. Yeah, I think
It
it's
was
actually
worse.
worse.
It ended up being
Yeah.
worse. I distinctly remember people being like, "This sucks."
It's already rainbow. Why don't they just put Happy Pride on the pack? I don't know.
It feels like they overthought it. It was a lot of overthinking went into it. You know what I mean?
I agree, dude. They overthought that shit for sure. They didn't have to go that hard.
No.
No one asked for it. You know what? No one ever asked for it with any of these
No.
companies. No one's asking for this.
Nobody asked for Eminem's take on Pride. Nobody will
No,
ever
right.
ask for Eminem's take on Pride. If you want
know
our
what they
take,
should do?
Wait, sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
go
just
for it,
have
go
to get
for it.
this out. If
Yep.
you want our take on Eminem Pride, let the lady Eminem scissor in one of the commercials. And just,
That's what I'm
for
saying.
the love of God, give us an Eminem, because it's not that out of the question for an Eminem commercial to have a sex scene in it. They have played with that before. They've done the sultry thing for a long time.
Look, we've all in a private moment thought about the green M&M.
I did it in a public moment, brother. I did it in a public fucking park. No, I will say though, like
They should make one that's
legitimately,
all greens. The M&Ms are too sexy for everyone.
that would have
just
been
greens.
good. Lesbian M&Ms, and it's just greens. That would have
Yep.
been. That would have gotten people talking and people buying.
Or you could do this. You could be like, oh, so the green M&M being sexy was too much for you guys? Well, guess what? The yellow one's gay.
Yeah, the yellow one's gay, and he's into shit. He likes to be shit on. He wants
He's a
shit in his
furry,
fucking
all of it,
mouth.
the whole thing.
He loves diaper play. He loves to be called a little baby boy. He does age stuff. He loves playing around with consent. He
Really walks the line. He really walks the line of what's acceptable. Yeah.
Oh no, here's a good one. Yeah, you guys are too uncomfortable with the sexy green M&M. Well, the yellow M&M goes to the Bryan Singer sex parties, and he fucking loves them. Okay. Hey, that honestly is not funny because that just equates pedophilia with being gay, and that's a long term.
Well, I wasn't familiar with what did you just name the Brian Simpson?
Brian
That's
Singer-
a comedian.
Brian Singer makes Brian Simpson is not a pedophile. That is
He's
not
a very
what I'm
funny
saying.
comedian.
He's a
Yeah.
very funny. I've seen him live. He's great.
Yeah,
He's really, really good.
Yeah, what are these bacchanals you're referring to?
No, so the fucking the X-Men guy, the guy who made the X-Men movies, his name is Brian Singer, and he has decades of accusations of throwing gay sex parties with underage boys.
Ooh, yeah.
He's
bad.
actually, this is completely true. He's coming out with a redemption tour documentary, like a sort of
Jesus
like my
Christ.
real story sort of bullshit.
Hey, well, I mean, he is in the Pat Sajak camp of push forward. We're pushing forward.
Brian Singer, come on the Bromingo show. Tell us your side of the story. Read us selections from
Come
your
on.
book, and we will not check you. So
Jesus Christ.
the talking about ad campaigns and viral marketing. You brought up the Grimace shake at the start of our recording session.
Yeah, I started with a little solo rant about how I tried it today. Yeah.
You tried it today, and maybe we could even show you trying it in your live reaction to the Grimace shake here.
Sure, I did the thing.
Just toss it up. Yeah.
Happy birthday, Grimace.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Blake, in your face.
It's pretty good.
I also tried the Grimace shake.
You did it today?
I did. I'll send you the video.
Okay, hell yeah, great. We'll
I'll
throw
send
that
you the
up
video.
too.
It's not It's not completed because I couldn't quite articulate my full thoughts on it yet. So I have to go back and like really get into what I thought about the berry mix and the vanilla flavoring and all the delicious things that went into it. The way the whipped cream melted into the slush itself.
Right. I didn't even finish it, and you missed this. I missed this at the beginning. I didn't even finish it. Within an hour of drinking it, I shit twice.
Yeah, but your body
Didn't
can't
even finish
handle
it.
things like that. Your body just can't handle them.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say you have holes where your intestines should be. You've had what? Do you had like what? Like a foot of your intestine removed?
16 inches.
Yeah. Brother, that's like 4 of me. I was talking about this last night. I'm just going to steal a friend of mine's joke here. But he was
Go for
talking
it.
about a joke he's writing.
We don't
where,
check anyone here.
Yeah, we don't check anyone. And this is proof of it. And he's never going to listen to this, so he'll never even find out. But
I'm going to cut out the part where you gave him credit, but go for it.
My good friend Ben Zeiper is he's a stand-up comedian, very successful at that. He runs a monthly show with a lot of great names on it. If you're listening in LA, check out the Bug House show. And here's a small spattering of the sort of great work that he does. He is working on a joke about how the ads in porn websites are always like, have a small dick, feel little, but then they show you actual micro penises. They would probably do better if they showed you like, you know,
A very average penis.
realistic average,
A low
penises.
average, yes.
And then you'd be like, oh, I'm good. I'm actually fine.
Right, but if you had like a more normal penis in the ad, you'd do a double take. You'd be like, oh shit, I have a small one, and
Right.
nothing in porn is going to confirm. Is going to counteract the suspicion.
I will
'Cause
say-
lots of big penises in porn.
I will say, and this is a moment where my parents constantly watching this comes in as part of a problem because I don't want to say this, but
You have to now.
in bisexual porn, the penises stay extremely normal. And that's how you know that it's not a big industry. You know what I mean? Oh my God. Actually, can I tell you I think the 2 funniest videos I've ever seen in my life were porn videos, and I genuinely mean that. Both men on men porn. But
Great.
one of them was just a gay porn video where the guys had their faces had the filters on them where they're like the Bitmoji filters. So they were having
Yeah.
gay sex, but their expressions were just rocking back and forth. Which that's not even the video I wanted to talk about right away,
I can
but I have
picture
to
it,
mention
yeah.
it because that's genuinely like the funniest thing I've ever seen. And I will send you the screenshot I have from that so we can show the people what I'm talking about.
Please. Please
but
do.
and it's not explicit. It's not explicit. But the funniest, genuinely the second funniest video I think I've ever seen was a bisexual orgy in a hotel room. And it was a lot of people. It was a lot of shit going on, stuff everywhere. And there was a part of the video. Now, the way porn is shot and edited, they don't, do things in order. You know what I mean?
Right.
Regular porn, just regular old straight guy porn. They're not filming everything sequentially.
It's an actual production most of the time.
Exactly. They're doing
Most of the
things
time.
that they need. They're getting coverage on ball sack. They're getting, we need to do some blowjob stuff over here. Let's get some more Viagra
we have
shots
to
in him.
we have to ADR the sound of these balls slapping
Yeah,
against.
exactly. Can we get
Yeah.
room tone real quick with ball swing? I just need room
Yeah,
tone
not-
and
not-
just ball swing.
Get the Foley guy in here.
Dude,
Get the Foley
sound
guy in here.
guys- The sound guys on porn must be so
I would love to.
fucking
Dude, I would love
weird.
to.
Trust me, sound guys, and this is completely true, and I'll tell you exactly how I know this. Sound guys almost exclusively look like me, and
Yeah.
because I went to a liberal arts film college, and I would walk around, and this is not a joke, people would come up to me and be like, "Oh, you're in sound?" And it got so bad that I just started doing sound. I literally just gave in and started being a boom op on
do.
people's short films. And it was worth it because it was good experience in, how those things go. But and I learned how to live mix audio, which was cool. But
There you go.
the video that I brought up and the reason I'm talking about how porn doesn't shoot in order. Is in this video, there were moments where the camera op would walk around, and I say camera op, this was very DIY. This was not a production. So this is just a guy, naked guy, walking around with a camera in his hand, part of the orgy. And there was a part where he kind of scanned by, and there was just a bunch of cucks on the couch. And they didn't acknowledge it. There was like 3 or 4 people just sitting on the couch playing with themselves. Men, women, like didn't matter. And then later in the video, which not to brag, but I made it there. I'm there later in the video, and the orgy stops, and there's a knock on the door, and incredible way for a porn video to develop. Like, you got to imagine me jerking off, watching a video, and there's a knock on the door in the video. Like, I'm full halt. Like, I halted. I was like, wait, what is happening right now? Is this plot? Like, is this plot? They crack the door open. Naked people. All these naked people crack the door open and poke their heads out. They have like a hushed conversation. The camera op backs away because I think he got nervous that they were going to like, someone was going to come in and be like, you guys have to quiet down or stop filming your porn in here or something. Imagine that's what it was. That'd be so funny. And then the naked guy, cock swinging. He's totally nude, cock out. He comes back from the door and he goes.
How hard was he though?
He's at a semi-chub. I mean, they had halted for a minute.
He's at a semi-chub.
Like, there was
Half-mast.
clearly an edited out portion of them deciding if they were ever even going to answer the door. And so he comes back from the door, and this is the part that was like the funniest thing I'd ever seen. And he goes with his naked half-flaccid penis dangling. The neighbors knocked on the door. They could hear us. They're wondering if they can come and watch. And the whole room of like 20 naked people's like, yeah! Like they're all like, man, let's do this. And then the cucks made perfect sense. I was like, oh, those people aren't even supposed to be there. They're there to watch.
Spectators from next door.
Yeah, which is honestly like, it really upped it to like the best porn I'd ever seen. But
that's pretty rad. Yeah, no, I like that.
While we're on the topic of porn, have I ever showed you Edward Penis Hands?
No, you haven't.
Nate, pull up Edward Penis Hands.
I got this. I got this. Nate can't look it up on his phone.
Just look up. Yeah, Nate's parents have age restriction limits on his phone, so he actually they check his search history. Guys,
wait, so am I going to see everything I need to see?
No, you gotta.
Oh wait, review.
No, not a review. Just pull up the actual porno. Don't be a fucking bitch. Pull up.
Oh
the
no,
porno.
but here's the thing. I'm seeing it on IMDb. Oh, best of. Hold on.
No, like
maybe
look
this is
look up. Click on the videos tab.
I'm looking for it, man. Should I?
All right.
Should I buy the VHS for $18?
How about I pull it off my bookmark and just send it to you?
Hold on, dude. Yeah, so, dude, it's not coming up. Oh, here we go. Reddit. Leave it to Reddit, right? Leave it to fucking Reddit.
Dude,
yes,
all I
over
looked
18.
up was Edward Penis Hands full, and I've got the whole video in front of me.
Oh
I
my
feel
God.
like that wasn't as hard as you made it sound.
He has, okay, both of his hands, it's one giant penis. So if you were thinking that his fingers were going to be individual penises, they're not. It's one giant penis, and he, yeah, he's
I hope
in a
my mic
three-way with
audio
these two.
just picked up. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just accidentally
No, it's
clicked on
okay.
a porn ad. So I hope my mic audio picked up Jerkmate telling me to never jerk off alone again.
Dude, okay, so the actor in this is really committing. He has the blank.
Well, that's
Edward
what's
Scissorhands
so
face.
brilliant. That's what's so brilliant about it is that
It's real.
He looks a little bit like Edward Scissorhands, just a little bit, but he does the face perfectly. Like
dude, absolutely.
He nails how he needs to look. You know what I mean? Dude, this video
the number one comment. The number one comment in here is, sigh, unzips pants.
Yeah, that seems pretty classic for Reddit memers.
These women are pretty hot.
No, yeah, the ladies are hot. I mean, he looks like Johnny Depp, young Johnny Depp, so like he's not ugly.
He looks exactly like Edward Scissorhands, but with
He does. He looks.
Penis
He
has
looks
hands.
pretty much just like it. So if you
I
want
gotta
to
stop
check,
looking at
you
this, dude. I've
can.
watched it like 10 times. I'm staring
No, I
too
know
much now.
it's actually porn. It's just watching porn
Yeah.
during the podcast. But if you want to skip to the end, the hands do jizz. They jizz.
I saw. So it was it was probably like a 15-second compilation. I did see the money shot.
Oh, were you
Yeah.
on porn in 15 seconds?
No, it was. Hold on, I gotta go. Let's go to the history.
That's I think one of Reddit's darker
right.
corners. The subreddits
So it's
where
all-
guys edit porn down to shorter videos. That always struck me as extremely tragic.
Huh. All right. So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck this community is, man. I'm never r/KPA.
Yeah, you might not even have wanted to say that. Who knows what
Yeah,
that means?
that's what I'm saying. I don't know what this is.
Reddit's a dark place, man. You got to be careful.
Now I'm investigating, man. So,
Dude, you used to just
I don't
be able
know.
to watch people die on Reddit. Those were the darkest
There's no-
days.
There's no description of this. It just says that they're going private in protest of their behavior and plan changes.
Oh yeah,
Reddit.
The Reddit
They're
had
censoring
that big,
it a little bit more, right?
It's funny. Reddit had that big blackout because they're basically doing something that's making it. They're basically fucking over their moderators, who are all users that just work for free, and so it's like they made like this big decision that's basically just gonna fuck over all of them, and so they did a big blackout on Reddit where all the subreddits shut down just in protest. And surprisingly, the porn ones have held on the longest, which is interesting.
Oh yeah, I mean they're probably the most dedicated. Oh dude, here. Okay.
Yeah.
I had to type in video. Here's the whole thing. It's 73 minutes long.
Yeah, it's a whole movie. I mean, it's a porno. It's a classic porno. Back in the day when they
Wow.
used to film fucking movies for porn.
Back when
which
they
is
really called it
ridiculous.
porno.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if
Wow,
you
okay.
click just the
Well-
beginning, it's gonna. I've seen this video. It's gonna start with like evil Edward Scissorhands Frankenstein mansion, which is so fucking funny.
This has some production value.
Yeah, if you go to my Twitter, you'll see that my profile picture has been Edward Penis Hands for a long time.
Yo, no way. Check this out, Nate. What do you think?
Oh, dude, that's gnarly.
It's not okay. It's straight up fucked up.
Yeah, that's
I mean-
exactly what I was thinking. Let's wrap up the episode, guys.
Welcome to the Silverman Porn Extravaganza. This has been Bromingo.
Jesus.
But I'm sorry. I know you want to wrap up, but I did mean to say
Yeah.
something earlier. Just to bring it all the way back around full circle to the Grimace Shake. I do think the Grimace
Yep.
Shake is probably the most successful viral marketing campaign we've seen in a long time.
Do you think McDonald's had anything to do with that? At the start of it all, I think it was people. It was it was customer made. But and then at first they're probably like, we got to get rid of this. This is really bad for our image. But then they see how much it catches on, and they're like, wait a minute, double it, get more. Promote.
I think it's
like
I think it's a lot closer to that. I don't even know if they worried about it because at this point, marketing is just all that sort of stuff.
It's
You know what I mean?
all press is good press sort of thing too, where it's like
Yeah.
if they're talking about us, we're winning.
Like, and not even that. You have to buy the shake to make the video.
Right, dude. And if you have the app, you have to buy the whole meal. I learned this
Right.
today, dude.
That's true.
$16 Big Mac meal if you want to fucking try this thing from the app. You can go
That's
in.
true.
Don't do it, guys. Go in. Order it on its own. It's probably still like $5, but hey. Only drink half of it. Get a small one, man, because you will shit your brains out. Guys, this has been another lovely episode of Bromingo, where I love it. We're closing it out the same way we came in. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
Oh, what about a porn with Grimace in it?
Coming to our show, it's time to go. We hope you liked our episode. It's Bromingo.
What's up, bro minglers? Here we are back on the post show. I'm your host, Billy Double Cap Broder, and I'm here to ask you guys a very important question. And I'm here to ask Blake a very important question. Blake,
Great to be here.
do you think Mike misses the podcast?
That's a good question, man. I don't think he. Short answer, yes. But I think that he stands by his decision still. And if he rethinks it in his head, he's like, okay, I made the right decision. You know, kind of like me and my ex-girlfriend. Made the right
Fair
decision.
enough.
But damn, I should call her.
Fair enough. I miss him, and he's missed on the show. So that's
And
why
I miss
brought
her.
it up.
I mean,
So-
I miss Mike.
Thanks for joining me in the post show, Nate. Do you have anything you want to add about how you think the show went?
It's great.
Let's go.
Thank you, Nate.
Let's
And thank you
fucking
guys
go.
for tuning in and for listening. You guys all have a wonderful day. Stay safe, stay healthy, have a laugh. Goodbye.